November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and today, the 14th, is National Diabetes Awareness Day. And this is an interesting stat. 33% of all people that have diabetes don't even know they have it. So awareness is really important. Here to tell us how we can become more aware and what we can do to help out is Brooks Biagini with JDRF North Florida. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me today.
So that's an alarming statistic. 33% of all people who have it, they don't even know they have it. So how does that happen? How do they fall through the cracks, with going to their doctor?
Yes. So there are several forms of diabetes: type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. Like you said, 23 million Americans live with the disease. It's very common to go undiagnosed. It's important to know the warning signs. A simple blood sugar can save your life. Some of the warning signs include frequent urination, unquenchable thirst, flu-like symptoms, lethargic. And like you mentioned, it can go undiagnosed because they don't do a simple blood sugar check at every pediatric visit or adult.
So for type 1, that could develop when you're younger. Type 2, it's more of habits, eating and things like that. But let's talk about type 1. So for the most part, pediatricians, they do not run a glucose screen, right? And that would be the first step that you would take. What are some signs and symptoms that you would see in a child that would suggest that, hey, maybe I should get this run?
Yes. So type 1 diabetes, it's an autoimmune disease. And some of the warning signs: frequent urination, bedwetting. And it's important to note that children are diagnosed and adults as well nowadays. You don't have to have family history. It can come out of the blue. The difference between the two is type 1 diabetes is autoimmune. We don't know exactly what triggers it. Right now it's controllable, treatable, and manageable, but not cured yet. And that's what JDRF is working to do.
And let's just break it down on the scientific level then. So type 1, what exactly is happening with your body?
So with type 1 diabetes, it's an autoimmune disease. Your body is not producing insulin. Something's going wrong. It's gone haywire. Your beta cells are killing. They're not working. With type 2 diabetes, your body can produce insulin, but it's having a difficult time. So maybe you need a pill or medicine. Type 1 diabetes, it requires multiple injections of insulin throughout the day, carbohydrate counting, insulin pump, things like that, just to live. It affects you 24/7 and it affects your whole family. It's a family disease.
Now for type 2, because I hear like a lot of people that get it like in their middle ages and things like that, can you, I guess, correct it with diet, nutrition, or is that not always the case?
So type 2 is a metabolic disease. It's not autoimmune. And although they share the same word, diabetes, they're two completely diseases. Type 2 diabetes, many times it can be cured by diet and exercise. Often it's hereditary as well, but there's a lot more you can do.
And you covered already like what kids might have, bedwetting, frequent urination, things like that. What about adults? What are some signs and symptoms? Is it the same?
It's a lot of the same. My biggest piece of advice would be to go and take a quick blood sugar check. It's literally the prick of a finger, and it can tell you your blood sugar range. If it's above 120, that's your normal blood sugar is between 80 and 120, and your doctor can tell you. But it's a very, very simple test that can help know for sure if you have signs or not.
So we covered what we could do for yourself and your family. Now, what could people do just to help raise awareness and to either donate or support the cause?
Yeah, thank you for asking. So JDRF is the largest private funder of type 1 diabetes worldwide. We were founded by a small group of parents wanting to cure their children 46 years ago. Now to date, because of grassroots volunteers throughout the country on the ground, here in Jacksonville, we have an annual walk every year. We have a gala, and $2 billion has now gone to fund advancements of research. And so to get involved, I'd encourage people to contact JDRF at our office by calling 739-2101 or going to our website at jdrf.org. And there's volunteer opportunities for events and then also in the office. And we also have a great mentor program to connect newly diagnosed.
Well, perfect. Well, Brooks, all the information will also be on our website, rivercitylivetv.com. Thanks again for all the information. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this.